We'll snap that off like so. Hold that open. See if I can get my tools out of the bag. Sharp pencil makes it better trim. I've used it enough, it's dulled it. So we just want to make sure we know where we're going. Lower. We'll mark it here. That way we know. Then we'll cut it right here. Straight across. Up that line. And then just kind of angle towards the front corner. So you have that there, have that little notch, and that should slide right in here. It's kind of hard because they're basically the same size. The electrical box is in the way. So we kind of put that in here like that. Slide it in right here. There she goes. Now she's a nice seam. But now we'll shoot with 3 foot mark, which is right here, right, Wes? Yeah. So you put it right there. So we're doing 3 foot layout. That's because your high ribs are 3 foot by 3 foot. So if you screw these screws in anywhere but 3 foot, now your panels are gonna hit those screws and it's gonna bulge out your metal. So that should be the center of our high route. So we're doing 2 things. We're laying our panels out. At the same time, we're putting our J-trim on, so we're laying them out to layout. So it's gonna be, so that's why you put them in. You don't hit, no, you're not there yet. Right there. Got it? Got yours, Wes? So that's 3 foot from there to there. So that way we don't hit our panels. It's better to level. I mean, if I measure off the concrete, I'm actually saying his concrete's level. I didn't pour it. So I know I start from there and I'm gonna keep my shit level. That way my panels don't drop off my hat channel at the top. So I never assume that the concrete guy is completely level. I assume that level is level because I know it's level because that's what I use all the time. So you gotta do what you know. If I would have poured the slab, I'd have measured off the top because I shoot my grade myself. So. But here, I don't know that's what they do, so we will level our J-trim. That way our top of our metal doesn't start dropping down below that, because it can't be below that hat channel. I have nothing to screw it to, so that's why we do it this way. Yeah, my J-trim's 10'4" long. That's just what they started me out on, and I just kept going 10'4". I can't tell you the reason why they did it, they just did it. So I do it because, like my ridge cap, if this is 50 foot and I got 5 at 10'4", I have overlap to each panel so I can butyl tape it and stick it down, and I don't run short. So I kind of just stuck with 10'4" as a rule. Now my rake trim, no. My rake trim will be, which is a rake trim goes from the edge up to the peak. It will always be a foot longer than it needs to be, so I can cut the 312 because VersaTubes are 312. So that way I can cut my 312 and I don't have a gap. It's just a nice straight line like you can see on my buildings are that way. And so I always make my rake trim longer for those 4 pieces, and then there'll be rake trim going up from this piece up to there, same there. Front will be a little bit smaller, but it always works. It's just a matter of getting it dialed in and just getting it done. And we're trying to beat the weather, so we're moving fast. So you guys are forcing me to move fast. You're forcing me to work off that lunch is what you're forcing me to do. That cheeseburger is we gotta force it out. So this is a new style that we haven't really done before. Travis does it because Travis was a vinyl siding guy. So we're doing Travis's style this week. This is TW style. Hold on, I'm not in there. So it's sliding in like that. That way you're as close as you're gonna get right there. That you ain't gonna see anybody. A lot better than budget. Yeah. I mean, a little gap right here, but that's fine because when it fills full of water, it'll have a way to get out. The panel, we better have that seam right here, or we fit to the end of the building. So that's why we do the 3-foot high ribs. Always measure everything. Even my cuts are from the center of high rib to wherever that J trim's at. That I always measure that first.